Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to GameGo's podcast, the podcast where we talk about video games and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. I am H8BitHero.
And I'm Sonorith.
What's going on, everybody?
How are you guys doing? We've been playing a lot of video games this last week.
So many video games, and like last time we said, just the stream channel, the YouTube channel just keeps growing.
Yes, actually we beat both The Evil Within and Resident Evil 7. I gave The Evil Within a very favorable review last week. It's the story was still a little unclear, but for the most part the game was fun. Just some bosses were very frustrating, as you might notice if you watch the stream. But yeah, just wanted to clarify my position on the game.
Cool. Yeah, I'm so excited about people rating, and now I'm making friends with some of the guys, Mayro SMM. I want to thank this guy again. It's awesome that he's rated us maybe 2 or 3 times, and those are maybe the parts where we saw the most growth. Jeffy Jaff, who does a lot of mother stuff, also rated us, as well as Camilo has rated us in the past before, and I want to thank them all. It helped us a lot. We can see that our analytics just keep showing a steeper and steeper curve going upward. It's amazing.
Yeah, and to be clear, rating is they bring their followers over. They do spam chat a little bit, but it's mostly hey, we're from this channel. And then some of them subscribe, which is awesome. So we appreciate it very much.
Yeah, we've had quite a few people coming back reliably.
Yeah, and we actually need to return the favor for
a couple of them.
And for other channels, because that's a good way to get the word out.
Indeed.
All right, so into the news. Michael Forgy, or Forgy, I'm not sure what the pronunciation is. He was a producer at Monolith, and they're making Shadow of War, the new Middle-earth game. He passed away in March due to cancer.
That's unfortunate.
It is. And so his studio decided to memorialize him and immortalize him in the game as Forthog Orcslayer. Forthog or Forthog? He's a character that you can buy to... He'll come help you every once in a while and just one-hit kill enemies whenever he thinks you're in trouble. And so he says, your day will come, but not this day, stuff like that. So it costs $5, but $350 of that money, of that cost, will go to his family as a donation. And it doesn't include... It's only in the U.S., and it doesn't include Alaska, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, and South Carolina, I believe. Those are the states.
Right.
And that's until the end of 2019. The game's coming out soon, so that'll be 2 full years in which you can donate if you're in these states.
That's a pretty nice way of them just,
Yeah.
Very respectable of them to set this whole thing up, and a good way to help out, a fellow co-worker and friend. I'm sure that he was a good guy if they're going this far to do this stuff. I'm pretty sure some people saw him as, family even.
Yeah.
Stuff like that starts happening when you're working with people side by side for so long.
And even when you're struggling, I believe they had a GoFundMe for his hospital costs while he was sick. And so it sucks for that fight to end in a not so favorable way.
Right.
So they set this up to provide money for his family. I see this as a mostly positive thing. Actually, completely. The $150 that isn't going to his family, that's either going to processing fees for wherever they're selling this, or to the company that, you can't just make him a character for free. So I understand that requires compensation.
Right.
Not a lot, but I saw a fair amount of people that just seem to be going after Monolith and WB in general.
A bit of vitriol.
Yeah, I don't understand. They see this as a cash grab, and they think that they're just doing this for financial reasons. I saw one comment actually on the reasonable side of things saying they couldn't do this for free. This is probably the only way they could get WB to sign off on this. Hey, some of this money can go to you. And, most of it will go to his family, but only in these areas. Right. I just don't understand why people can't just take something nice and accept it as face value. They didn't have to do this at all.
Yeah,
they could have made the character...
obligation to do any of this stuff.
They could have made the character free, and then his family would get nothing. They could have made the character $5, and his family still gets nothing. This is...
Yeah.
It seems like they're going above and beyond to make sure that his family gets some support. And nobody... Well, not nobody, but some people just can't see that. They just see... But not all the money's going to go to them. Then just donate the money yourself to that family directly.
Yeah, if that's what you feel so many others that'll say, we'll take your cash and then we'll donate it ourselves. No, you're just okay, whatever. I'm not that stupid. It's yeah, but you're also not donating anyway.
Yeah. Man, yeah, it was making me very, very angry.
Yeah,
for people to be.
It's frustrating to see that some people think like that, and it's weird to even begin to think like, okay, so your line of thought is that this guy who they were working with, who they probably know some of their family and all that, that they're going to use this guy who you probably would never know if they didn't bring up this whole volunteer thing. You think that his name is so big that they can use it even as a cash grab. I understand it's coming from a big company, and maybe he does have a big following. I don't know. I don't know who he is.
People just seem to be thinking that they were exploiting his death.
Right, and it's just stupid to think, like, what other company do you know that just, like, has a office mate pass away, and then they're trying to use that to get money for themselves? Like, that doesn't happen. That's not a healthy way to begin any thought, any line of thinking. I don't think it's very... I don't know. I think you have to have started from a troll like mentality. Beginning, and then somebody who just doesn't think things through or something is just going along with it because they're excited.
Yeah. I bought not the season pass. I think I bought like DLC for the first game. It was a few extra missions and a story. Mm-hmm. I'm going to buy this game when it comes out, and I don't like. Normally, I wouldn't buy something like this. It's like, oh, just an extra character to help you. Right. But because specifically this is going to the guy, I think I'm going to.
because of the intent behind it. This is a nice, awesome charitable thing.
It's $5, and we're based in Southern California, so fortunately that doesn't affect us. This is a very large state.
Oh, so and by the way, anybody who has complaints about that or whatever, it's not easy to get these banks to set this stuff up to route money back and forth. If money is moving, somebody is charging to get that money moved safely, securely, and to where it needs to go. Sometimes some of these countries, especially like Alaska and Hawaii right there.
Oh, wait, is that Alabama? AL?
Which one's Alaska?
I think that is, I think Alaska's AK, actually, now that you
well then, I don't know.
Yeah, so Alabama, Hawaii.
At least Hawaii right there. That's, they have to deal with extra stuff because they're not on the continental U.S., so I can understand that. And even the other ones, maybe they have some weird laws that they can't really get through. It's not...
That's not Monolith's fault. That's not WB's fault.
Right. This is... And it's... I wouldn't even call it the banks or whatever, or charities. I wouldn't even say that there's fault anywhere. That's just, sorry, that's how some of this stuff ends up working out.
Yeah. Period. The world doesn't revolve around your $5. It just... Don't be self-centered. Just give the money.
The worst part is, that like 90% of these jerks who are out here complaining about it don't have money, probably don't have jobs, and I'm not saying that in a disparaging way. I'm like, logically, they just don't have money to give anyway, but they'll be complaining anyway, and just it's kind of like the whole like, hey, did you vote? Then don't complain. I don't follow that, but kind of the same mentality here. Yeah, it's like were you
going to donate otherwise?
If you can even donate, would you have? Go freaking yell about something that matters to you.
Yeah, I don't know. So that's a bit of both good and bad news. I think the good will far outweigh the bad, though. And hopefully you guys, if you are going to be getting Shadow of War, some people are even said, that, I'm going to buy this, I'm not going to buy Shadow of War. Mm-hmm. Like, just to give the money to his family.
Right. I'm a little upset about not knowing this, and I haven't followed Monolith in a while. But, hey, just from a completely ignorant standpoint, thank you, Monolith. This is great. On behalf of a bunch of people who I really don't know, this is just a nice thing for Monolith to do. So thanks, guys. This is really good as, humans to do.
And I'm sure his family will really appreciate the
Indeed.
And
we're also
support.
Sorry to is 4G, I'm going to say 4G. Very sorry. Condolences for your loss.
Yeah. On to a lighter note, Destiny 2 is releasing tomorrow. I'm super excited. Well, actually, it's already coming out in, Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, I bet you're jelly.
Yeah, I am. Furiously.
Are there servers? They're, they're servers officially went live today. Released before us, right?
Okay, and now cool. Japan is going up right now, too.
Nice.
I'm hoping by the time that I get to play it, the servers are all smoothed out, because, with all these online games, there's always going to be problems. Uh-huh. Even for, the Taken King. I was up at, 2 a.m. to play that, and I couldn't get on for, an hour.
Yeah, just so busy.
So many people just waiting to get on, yeah.
It's a big thing, man, and it's kind of you gotta expect it. You gotta expect that there's gonna be issues.
So I'm gonna be playing tomorrow night, and I'm hoping that everything's smoothed out by then.
Cool.
Let's see. The first raid is gonna be going live next week on Wednesday at 10 a.m. They're not offering any details, no teases, no hints this time. Everyone's going to be going in blind.
Raid. That's kind of exciting, dude.
All their raids are blind, but they usually offer like a setting or the name or something.
Some kind. Okay, all right.
Yeah. Otherwise,
not necessarily a clue or anything. Just a little bit of information.
Yeah. They usually have to figure everything out. So that's always exciting to see who wins, who beats it first.
Nice.
And then the first Trials of Osiris is going live at 10 a.m. On September 15th. That's a hardcore PvP event where it's like 2 squads of 3. I think it's going to be 4 this time. But basically, like, if you can win 9 times in a row without losing once, you get to go to a special social space for that week that gives you rewards, and it's just super prestigious. I never went to the Lighthouse in my first year, or first game, I guess.
I mean, I'm not super familiar with all this stuff you're talking about because I didn't get into Destiny 1.
Yeah.
It looked interesting, and I was kind of excited about the whole, like, it looks like Borderlands, but, you know...
As far as loot, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, I like, in general, if I saw the GUI again, it's like, hey, this really does look like Borderlands, and it seems to, even though I didn't play it, it just, what I'm looking at seems to, like, it would feel and everything like Borderlands, kind of like The Division.
Yes.
But I guess The Division might have been what maybe turned me off to the entire genre.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because Division was
not the best example of the genre.
It had some shining moments, but for the most part, it was just kind of clumsily handled.
It really excited me to see. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I love Earthbound is the urban setting. Oh, something crazy and messed up is happening in a regular urban setting.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I want to see that. Oh, wow, they actually used the map of New York. Seen it before, like in Spider-Man and stuff, but that's still pretty cool that you're actually walking around on a map of New York. Start playing it. I thought it was everything I was going to ask for, but then it also, like you said, kind of seemed like a clumsily... I don't want to say clumsily, because it still has its draws and stuff like that. There's something just not there entirely.
And it's too grindy. I think for the realistic setting, the fact that the enemies were so, like, just bullet sponges, it really took a lot out of it.
Yeah. Do you know if there's going to be anything that's supposed to ease, like, new guys into this?
The first mission you start, I think, at level 20.
Okay.
There is a story reason for the fact that you lose all of your stuff.
All right.
So
is it gonna follow in like a Metroid kind of
as
thing
far as being
that intro?
Pretty powered up in that first intro, yeah.
And then so you see
get to test
all the stuff. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then you get hit by a rocket and for no reason just drop all your stuff, right?
There's actually a good reason for losing everything. Actually, you know what? This has already been like. You get your power from the Traveler, the big blue orb, the orb that was in a bunch of the promotional material. So in the first mission, you're under attack. Somebody takes the power, basically. So you get reset to 0, you're left for dead, and then the game starts proper. I heard the advice was to start that first mission with each of the 3 classes, just so you can see which one plays the most like you would want to.
So start it, reset it, start it, reset it.
You don't have to reset it because you have 3 character slots.
Okay.
So you can start
just check out all 3 of them before you decide, all right, this is what... That is a really cool idea. Because that just is a really cool idea.
Yeah. I almost like switched... I've been a Warlock main from day 1 on the first game. And I almost like... I'm tempted to switch because of how cool the other classes are now to me. But I think Warlock still has got me in its grip.
Cool. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's kind of a really cool concept to just like, all right, have that there. The availability of having those, it's 3 slots specifically.
I think specifically to try each of those. Yeah. And then you have subclasses for each one, but you can change them at any time, and it changes your playstyle considerably.
All right.
It's very exciting. I cannot wait.
So even when you do dedicate yourself to one of those main classes, you still can have some variation between exactly how you play it.
One of the hunters is melee oriented, another one's like gunning, like he's supposed to be like a Western kind of like, gunslinger kind of character.
All right.
And yeah, so they all have stuff like that. I cannot wait.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, it's Destiny. We all knew how big it was before, and I was anticipating that, it's going to have a bunch of people excited about it. Like you said, everybody's playing now, like in where it is out. And
I don't want to have anything spoiled, but I want to see it.
That's that weird line that you got to draw.
Yeah. All right. So Dead Rising 4, they had an exclusivity deal with Microsoft. I think it was for a year.
Yeah,
that's running out now.
And that's awesome.
So PS4 is getting Frank's big package.
Frank's big old package.
It's basically a Game of the Year edition.
That's awesome.
But it is including some extra nice stuff. There's one called the Capcom Heroes mode.
Okay.
Where you play you're basically cosplaying as like Cammy or Mega Man or Zangief. and you get their powers to an extent. I think I saw him like doing that pile driver thing to Zombie.
Oh, yeah.
Double lariat, maybe?
I totally forgot about that. I remember getting excited about that when it came out as its own, like, super mega hyper, like, it had a big old long DLC, I think, for part 3.
Okay, yeah, that sounds familiar.
And yeah, that's where they introduced the some of those characters in there with some of the moves.
Yeah, and it's only going to be $50.
That's pretty damn awesome.
Considering it's a year late, comes with all this extra nice stuff, most companies would charge $60 out of this.
Yeah, still more. Right away, and it's barely coming out on PS, so it's still considered quote unquote new
for you.
Yeah. I'm really happy that they're handling it that way. I love it when they see it's not brand new. It's not totally completely new. Just give them a slightly dropped price. That's really nice.
It's not a lot, but it goes a long way, I think, in
I'm definitely gonna get that. That's pretty freaking awesome. I've been a fan of Dead Rising forever, but I didn't have a machine that could run Dead Rising 3 when with this one this thing couldn't run it.
Was it 3 on the Xbox One?
It was on the
360.
I think it was a launch Xbox One.
Okay, that sounds familiar.
I think it was a launch Xbox One.
Man, it's been a while since those consoles came out.
Yeah,
it feels like just like last year.
Right.
Anyway.
It's kind of weird. Like I don't even know what. I missed out on the Xbox One.
Forgot what that control feels
like.
No.
The 360 I totally remember, but the Xbox One I probably only held that control like twice in my life.
It was nice. It was alright.
But yeah, I'm really excited about Frank's big package. I want it in my hands really bad.
All right, and you should
be excited. It just seems like a really, really awesome complete package.
Yes. Nintendo, last Wednesday they had the Nindie Showcase showing off games, indie games that are coming out early parts of 2018. Although I think one of the games is coming out like in September, so that's all good. They showed off Shovel Knight's new campaign, King of Cards.
Matt, I need to catch up with the other campaigns. I did Shovel Knight 1. I did Shovel Knight Vanilla.
Shovel of Hope. That's the name of that campaign.
Isn't it Treasure of?
The whole thing's called the Treasure Trove.
Oh, okay. Shovel of Hope. Well, yeah. Then I did the Shovel of Hope with Shovel Knight.
I've never even beaten that one. I need to do it.
Oh my god, it was amazing, dude. It is amazing. You got to get through it.
They also have Spectre Knight and Plague Knight, but now King Knight is getting his campaign finally. 4 new worlds, 30 new courses. So I'm not sure how they're dividing it. Like each world is now its own thing.
Right.
And then you're gonna get new weapons and abilities, and there's gonna be a card game in the game.
Okay.
I'm wondering like if it's like
just
triple
a
triad,
mini game, or is it gonna be something we are familiar with?
Gwent.
I was thinking like maybe a traditional.
Oh, like here's poker.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. That's weird.
Super Meat Boy Forever.
Yeah.
Look, the gameplay. It was a gameplay, not a trailer, huh? Which I guess maybe if it was a trailer, I might have been more
thrilling,
excited or something. Because what we saw right there just kind of looks like a dumbed down, slightly. Honestly, it looked boring. What I saw.
Yeah. Although to be fair, the guy playing it was not very good. The levels are longer than you used to. It's more like an endless runner, like Super Mario Run.
Right.
But the guy just kept dying that's
the kind of genre it is. But yeah, that video was not. They probably should have had somebody, or we probably should have watched another video maybe, or seen if there was another one. But there was definitely not a whole lot to look forward to, especially right after. I'm like, I don't remember this being this slow paced. I go right away, like first click on the YouTube search, and the first video I'm watching is like 10 seconds in, and I'm like, yeah, this is way faster. This is what the hell.
To be fair, that's probably like a later world, isn't it? That one that we watched.
Yeah, it definitely was. But
versus the other one probably being an early.
Even just the guy moving around and jumping off walls, like the way as fast as he was doing it.
I would want to see a end game level to see how hectic it can get. Yeah. But so far I'm not impressed.
The way and then the fact that he actually has enemies to attack, that
doesn't bother me so much as just everything else.
Okay.
It all in all, it's not wrapping up to be a great big package, but
not like Frank's.
Yeah, Frank knows what to do. But Golf Story is also, they showed that off a little more.
It's an odd influx of major golf games coming out.
Yes, because I know Infinite Golf is or was coming out.
Infinite.
Everybody's Golf.
Golf
Story. And Golfering. That one of those is made up.
Oh, okay.
See if you can guess.
We'll leave it up to you to figure out.
Yeah, it just seems like a more Stardew Valley with golf. I'm excited. Can't wait to play it. I'm definitely going to, like, day one. If not earlier, we'll see. Fingers crossed. And Next Up Hero.
Next Up Heroes looks pretty...
It looks interesting. Innovative. I want to play it and see how it is. It's from the people that made Scribblenauts. It's an action game, but the big draw is that when you die, your body, your corpse, your spirit is still usable by the next person or even later people. So if you keep dying on a level, we saw in one example they just had like an army of spirits, and they turned it into like a golem or something to attack. So it's an interesting idea. It features co-op, so that's going to be fun with friends. I'm wondering if you can just summon your friend back like after they die, or if it's just going to be an AI or something. We'll see.
Yeah, cool. it was a crazy combination of game mechanics that we saw in the trailer.
The trailer was kind of cringy though.
It was just
live action actors
with standing up and looking towards the camera.
Yeah.
As they play a game.
At least it wasn't those ones where they're sitting back and then to get serious they lean in.
Oh, yeah, that's always terrible. But
and
just,
then they have friends pointing at the screen right next to them. Anyway.
Just to not be a party or multiplayer game or like that being the draw and even show the people. Like the only reason I think to show people is couch co-op.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
I feel that's
SteamWorld Dig 2. You played SteamWorld Dig 1, right?
SteamWorld Dig 1 was great, and I'm playing SteamWorld Heist.
SteamWorld or at least is I played some of it. Franchise. They just make some really cool, quirky games.
It's a shame that we had to wait for a sequel or an in-between game for the sequel because I wanted to go straight to SteamWorld Dig 2. As soon as I saw the trailers, I'm like, I want it now. Wait. I don't care how undone it is. Just
you would be mad if it was buggy as hell.
Yeah, I probably would be. But then again, what they did give us with SteamWorld Heist was
that game
is solid,
crazy fun. It's
the
2D
mechanics
XCOM.
Are solid. Yeah. Essentially, that's what it is. Is a 2D XCOM where you're doing a lot of bullet reflection. So if you got your puzzle bobble skills still from.
Well, does it give you a pointer?
It does give you a pointer. Yeah, actually, you have a laser pointer the whole time, so it's actually even quote unquote easier.
Yeah.
There's some motion to every character's
the idle motion,
idle stance.
Yeah.
So that's where you gotta. Not only is their head or target moving, ideally the head, but on top of that, your hand is slightly swaying a little bit. So you gotta time it right.
That's cool.
And the further away the target, no matter how many reflections, the more drastic the movement of the.
Oh yeah, because a small thing is the further it goes, it's going to be a bigger change in angle.
So it's just all of this adds up for a really, really great
frantic.
I wouldn't say frantic at all because of the fact that it's a strategy game. But
I feel like when it comes down to you being like 2 versus 5 of them, or
Okay, I can see that it's chaos. I don't even want to. I don't want to give off the idea that there's like a whole lot of crazy action and zaniness to it. I just think
the situations you find yourself in will it's just fun. Just play the game. Play the first one.
It's a pretty damn good game. Yeah, it's as far as tactic games go, it's really interesting to see somebody do a really, really good one in 2D specifically.
But yeah, SteamWorld Dig 2 is coming out.
I'm kind of forgetting that Worms is kind of in that same vein. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like, I'm a lot less impressed all of a sudden.
I'm also forgetting that we're talking about SteamWorld Dig and not Heist.
I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
SteamWorld Dig 2 is
it's a Metroidvania game, right?
That looks like it looked and plays like SteamWorld Dig 1, where you're playing as I forgot what the girl's name was, but you play as the main female protagonist who I think finds your male protagonist in SteamWorld Dig. I wish I remembered the names.
Robot.
But yeah, you're digging around, and its progression in that game is a lot closer to classic Metroidvanias, where
you find an upgrade that gives you a better shovel, or you can jump further, or
think Metroidvania with I guess the whole fact that you can dig in Minecraft, but don't think of the voxels.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't want to say Minecraft because of that, but yeah, you are digging down. Digging, finding your power-ups.
And materials to sell to get better upgrades.
And upgrade.
It's a very rewarding loop. It's very fun. Try it out. It's on the Wii U, the 3DS, PC.
Options to play, yeah.
It's great. Yono and the Celestial Elephants.
This game looked effing adorable.
Yeah, you play as this chubby little elephant. It's basically isometric Zelda.
Yeah.
And the elephant all the characters look like they were birds.
Okay, I didn't
but
notice
you're an
that.
elephant. There was the one was an old bird with called the Lore Master, and he had a big beard.
Mm-hmm.
But there's dungeons. You can shoot water out of your trunk, or peanuts, or fire for some reason. But yeah, you can pop stuff with the peanuts. You can. I saw him shoot a peanut, hit a switch, and then it did that classic Zelda thing where you raise barricades around you that you normally wouldn't be able to get past.
Okay.
So then you were able to progress. It looks a lot cool. The music in the trailer was great. I think it's called like gypsy rock or not rock, but like just that kind of vibe.
All right.
I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
It looks cool. The music was fun, and the elephant is adorable. He's like this chubby little thing.
Yeah, it takes up the entire little tile that it's on, and kind of looks like it rounds out even past it at a certain point. But yeah, it's adorable.
Yeah. Battle Chef Brigade is another game. That's Adult Swim, I think, making that game.
Okay.
Their games are coming out pretty well now. Like, they do some phone games, and they're all fun.
Yeah, when I first, I was iffy about trying their games out at first when they had, like, when they had games, there were games that they were starting to actually sell, and it's like, I don't know, I remember seeing their Flash games, and while they were fun, it's not like they were super in-depth or anything.
Yeah, but then how much were the games they were selling?
Those were free, though, and then the games that they were selling weren't so much, maybe like $5, I think, $10.
I think for $5, it's not a bad.
I was just still iffy because I did end up playing a couple of them, and I saw like they sometimes they were buggy as hell, and they were still charging for them. So I was wondering, but it looks like I mean they're really coming into their own. Like the Adult Swim games, I am not going to be surprised if we eventually see maybe a major release on major consoles every year. From them.
Yeah, I was a little wary because I thought all their games were going to be like tie-ins. But then they did like Robot Attack Unicorn or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They did the Amateur Surgeon series, which is basically like Trauma Center for not children.
Yeah.
They're fun games, and so this one it looks like you're hunting monsters on a side view 2D platforming.
Okay.
Hunting monsters, and then you take like the bits of them that are left, like ingredients, and you cook them to impress like a city of chefs.
Okay.
Cool idea. The presentation was a little less stellar than I was hoping for, but it looks cool. I'll probably check it out.
That's freaking nuts.
Yeah. That one looks cool.
Go hunt for what we're going to sell at the diner tonight.
Well, it was like a boar or a bear or birds or something. So you take their eggs, or you take like a drumstick or a steak, basically.
All right.
And then it looked like there was like puzzles when you were cooking. It looked like a bunch of 4x4 squares and then like some Tetris stuff or something. I don't know. Adding ingredients, I think, would do stuff. Mm-hmm. It looks interesting. Now that I'm remembering more of it, I'm gonna check it out when it does release.
I want to know everything about this game.
Sausage Sports Club.
It sounds delicious. Looks adorable.
Disgusting. It's a party game. You can play up to 8 people. You're playing as a sausage-shaped animal, like a corgi and an alligator. But then there's also an eagle where like his wings and his body is like the bottom fourth of the sausage, and the rest of it is his neck and then his beak face. It looks really cute. It looks fun, and it looks like you're just trying to kill each other. There's one where you're running around the level, leaving paint as you go, kind of like Splatoon, but it looks like it's just a bunch of mini games.
All right,
it looks fun.
It just the way they were moving around in some of the trailers I was watching was freaking adorable. They're just
flopping back and forth.
It looks funny as hell, and I can only imagine, like, I'm sitting there just watching a trailer of it, and I'm kind of giggling to myself, just being there with other people actually being involved with the game. Like, this is gonna generate just laughter. You know?
Yes, it kind of reminds me of Demorphers. I think I mentioned.
Right, you did. Well, to me, yeah, you did.
It looks like in that game it's just a bunch of orbs, and you can be like spaghetti or pancakes or animals.
Right.
So it looks like that's gonna be kind of the thing here.
Spaghetti.
Just anything shaped as a sausage.
It's pretty cool.
It looks cool. It looks fun. This one I'm very excited about. Light Fingers. This is an adventure game for up to 4 players. And it looks like a board game. It looks like Jumanji taken up to 11. The bit that we see in the trailer, you're moving from tile to tile, but the tiles aren't small. They're pretty big, and so when you move to the next one, the board flips and there's like gears inside, and then it reveals what you landed on, basically.
It looks a lot like if you were playing on the map of Game of Thrones.
But with, the intro.
Yeah,
you're right, yeah.
The way everything starts popping out, along with when I first looked at the trailer, I was thinking Monument Valley on steroids.
Yes,
style. I guess I would combine it, like especially the colors that they use very much remind me how soft and I guess I'm gonna go soft and pastelish.
Even some of the characters looked less detailed, like
kind of blank face, but not necessarily white like the little girl from Monument Valley. But then also, what was the thing? Well, yeah, Monument Valley and
Game of Thrones
intro. And Game of Thrones intro. Like, if they put that board thing that they have that just is expanding as they show the universe.
Yeah.
Like, if you were walking through that's kind of what it looks like.
And then there was a shop that the character went into, and the shop was like a 3D object. and then it popped open like a treasure chest almost.
I really want
to reveal the shop.
I really want to see gameplay of it because while it's a beautiful presentation, I didn't see any action or anything like that going on in it.
It's supposed to be a board game, I think, so it's probably going to be something that you guys like chill around.
Okay, my bad.
I like that's the vibe I got from the characters moving to tile to tile. There were even dice in the middle.
If I saw that, I don't think I would have had that opinion at all.
Okay. Yeah, no, it looks cool. It does look like it is kind of board. Honestly, no, not Mario Party, but it has that, like, somebody found a dungeon and then they had to go through it. They go down into the piece and then the side of the board pops open to reveal the dungeon.
Okay.
It's charming as hell. I cannot wait for that game. I want to try it and hopefully it's good and fun. Now, Dandara is the one that you were super...
Dandara, yeah, because we first heard about it through Donkey, and then it was cool to see it right here again because I had completely forgotten about it.
Yeah, I thought it had already come out on something else.
But yeah, Dandara is an action game where you can point, like, with your mouse where exactly you want to jump to. There's a bunch of pads that you can stick to.
Yeah.
Like from the roof, the wall, the floor. I don't know if it's magnetic boots. I don't know what the deal is with the tiles that you stand on, but you can stick to these surfaces and you can fire yourself off to in any other angle towards another surface directly to it, like, just in array.
Yeah, that's your primary movement mode.
Right. So if you want to get it's a platformer, 2D platformer, and if you wanted to get to from one side of the screen to the other, but you're in a narrow kind of corridor thing with a bus on the bottom and a bus on the top, you'd have to kind of make a Z pattern up, down to get past to it.
Yeah,
I might be describing it poorly, but it just Dandara, Dandara. Look it up. It looks freaking amazing.
Didn't Ninja Gaiden have something similar regarding movement? Like you could jump off to stuff like that?
As I only played the first 2D.
I'm thinking of Strider Huryu.
Yeah, I think he had like climbing, kind of like Mega Man X, where he could cling to the walls. He could climb on the walls.
Okay, maybe
I don't think he was never like wall jumping, like triangle jumping.
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. Anyway, that game looks cool. They did mention a few others. Showed off a little more of Wargroove. God, I cannot wait for that game.
Yeah, Wargroove seems to be fitting everything I've been wanting. Like Fire Emblems, as much as I like it, I would like a little bit less seriousness.
Especially when it comes to losing a character.
Yeah, but then again, I haven't played with permadeath. They made it an option a while ago to they stopped including like forced permadeath.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to have that.
This game seems like Fire Emblem and Advance Wars
put together,
fusing.
like the happy medium between them both, where some of your characters your main characters actually go in battle. Some of them level up, but then it looked like there were also generic units that would work like the Advance Wars characters, where if they took damage and there were less of them, they were also going to output less.
Yeah, and in Advance Wars, you could create units. So
that's right.
There might be even less of a...
You can't just make babies on the spot.
in Advance Wars, there were factories you can pump tanks out of or stuff. So maybe in this one, there'll be something similar where if you do lose those foot soldiers, it's not going to sting nearly as much. Yeah,
well, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to see something in between both, is because it sucks that, each one of these characters, you only get so many of them, and they have connecting stories to everybody, so they're kind of important. They all weigh. I kind of didn't like that. I don't have anybody that I can just dispose of without feeling any kind of remorse as far as like what they're going to gain in skill or how they're going to add to my party. If they're just generic soldiers, then I can just, create a unit that makes more of those units. That's freaking cool. Alongside the ones that actually level up and mean something, have some permanence to them.
And plus, like, if you lose a character in Fire Emblem, even without permadeath on, like, for the rest of that match, you're stunted.
Yeah. So if at a certain point, there's literally only so much that your units can do if you don't have any sort of way to recoup.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that game.
Those are the indies that we're super excited for.
That was Wargroove, by the way.
Yes. From Chucklefish Studios.
Chucklefish Studios.
What a good name. Anyway, Minor Musings. We're making some schedule finalizations, it seems like.
In these past couple of weeks of extreme streaming and not being able to go to work because of workers' comp, I'm seeing a lot of potential behind the YouTube as an avenue for not only revenue but just to but also to get our name out there, to get us more popular, have more people see what it is we're doing, because the ones that are showing up, they like what we're doing. They're shouting out our names. We're seeing our names glow in orange right there in the YouTube
it highlights
chat
if somebody's talking to you.
we like literally. I'm not exaggerating. People saying they love GameGo and then like this is their favorite YouTuber now, and I'm like, what the hell? Like
it's unreal.
We've only been doing this for 4 months, and we've only been doing YouTube specifically for 4 months.
We're at 283 now.
283.
I can't imagine how somebody.
Well, one of the other numbers says 290 something. So who knows where we're at? But every other endeavor I've done streaming on Twitch, on MLG streamers, my H8Bit channel, none of those got far like at all. This channel right here, holy crap! Is it going places? It's amazing. It's awesome.
Very exciting. And so we're hoping to make some things you can look forward to every week. More
formulaic style, because so far it's just been kind of playing it by ear.
Whatever we're playing now.
But like now I'm we had a dry erase boards out just a little while ago, and we're making the schedule. Yeah, there they are. They're sitting right there. I don't think I want to announce what day is what yet.
Yeah, not yet.
I think just starting today we'll do it. We'll start doing what it says, but yeah, every day's gonna have a theme now, at least in the evenings, and I'm gonna keep that going on until my workers' comp situation, resolves or whatever. If we happen to be able to make money off this before I get my job back, then F my job or whatever. But yeah,
loyalty.
I'm not trying to say this is gonna blow up immediately.
No, but it's definitely things are happening and it's exciting.
Yeah, seeing the graphs and all that, it's just we're definitely getting more popular. And again, we want to thank all of you guys for being there and helping this happen.
Yes. Now on to the reviews.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. We got a couple of games we can do.
Guardians of the Galaxy and Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Along with Everybody's Golf.
I was trying to say I don't want to review that right now, but whatever.
Why not?
Just because I haven't played enough of it to really
Let's give a slight. Hey, it says overview.
That's true. All right, let's just cut out that.
No, let's keep it all in. Let's keep it raw, man.
Keeping it raw. You guys are hearing the real Sonorith and 8-Bit. Everybody's Golf. That's the first game of the 3 that we played, or I played. I played Everybody's Golf. It came out last Tuesday, and everyone seemed super excited about it. And then
did they stop being super excited about it? Or
everyone seems to be enjoying it still. It's definitely a fun game that I think.
I know it didn't get any bad ratings or anything.
No, yeah, I don't think it's super stellar, but it's fun. And it has a character creator like no other. I saw a lot of people making the anime characters.
Yeah,
somebody made 18 from Dragon Ball Z.
How smooth, all the little details just happen. I don't understand why, you have Dark Souls where every time you make a little change, sit there for, even 2 seconds watching it render.
Not even that, it feels like if you change one thing, then everything else is okay, I need to rechange the entire character.
Right. You need it, just nothing else seems to work with it anymore all of a sudden. Right here, you're just sitting there making the nose upside down, giving them a third freaking eye, and that was 5 mouths. And this thing puts the Mii maker to shame. Definitely.
It seems to definitely be in that same style, but yeah, it seems like you have a lot more freedom with this one.
It's pretty crazy what you can create.
I was trying to make myself at first, and then I saw these really crazy eyes. And I made an entirely new alien character named 4Boy.
Disgusting.
I'm playing him. He's totally bearded. Disgusting. He's got these big eyes. He has all the facial hair, all of it.
And he wears a skirt.
The outfit is interchangeable. He was a little child for a bit. But if you want to follow his adventures, it's on GameGo livestream. YouTube.com/GameGo livestream.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. We're at the point where you just hit a GameGo on Google.
Oh, yeah, and we're one of the top ones there. You look up GameGo on YouTube, we're the top one there.
It's pretty fantastic. It feels fun. Good.
But the game itself, it is very simple. I'm not crazy about golf, but even I'm competent at this game. It does it's a little lengthy at first because they're explaining the whole island of Golf Island. But once you start, they have I think this is Hot Shots Golf, the same company.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
But if you want to putt, it's just tap, 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 and the ball's flying. So you have to decide you want to hit it, decide how strong you want to hit it, and then make sure you line it up. When the dot comes passing, you have to hit it on the right section of your meter. And you actually level up your clubs. So the first one that you use right off the tee, it that's the one you're using most of all. So, like, I've leveled up the strength on that up to, like, 10.
Okay.
And it just seems like it's going to keep going, and it makes you stronger and stuff.
All right.
I think eventually I'll be able to get on the green with that. Just just from the first hit.
Holding one off with a T, is it club? Just a T club?
It's called a 9-iron? No, not 9-iron. But I don't know the names of these
The putter,
things.
isn't it?
The putter is the one that you use at the end.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
It's all right. But yeah, no, you can. It's cool. The courses, they're not all like officially sanctioned rules, so like not all of them are going to be recorded to your records. But then there's some that go crazy with the rules. Like there's the normal cup, then there's a mega cup, which is bigger. There's a tornado cup, which as long as you hit it close to it, it'll just suck the ball in.
Okay.
And it's not. That's odd. It's not super. It's for fun. It's just.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing you would see like at like a bowling alley. They put up the bumpers for kids.
Oh,
this is
okay.
That kind of
something like that makes it a little bit more party mode-ish.
Yes. The courses are fun so far. I'm not getting bored of them. And then once you play enough, you basically face off against 3 bosses. You beat them, and you unlock more courses. So it doesn't seem like I'm gonna run out, but I think you can buy more courses. Like there's 2 country club passes I think you can get. So that unlocks a couple of holes for each one.
That getting around, just that dude's
God,
general
you
animation.
Just sprint, and it depends on what character animation like you pick. I picked a silly one at first, and so my character was just like
that was creepy and weird.
He was like Naruto running or something, wasn't he?
He was so bouncy and just odd.
Yeah, all of their behavior is picked by one single archetype. So for one, he was like super happy. He'd shake his butt when he won. And his giant eyes would be blinking at you. Or then his very, very tiny eyes. His beads.
Because you change them back to down to tiny little dots.
He's very unsettling, but the game itself is very fun. It's $40 though. I'd probably, knowing what I know about the game now, I'd probably wait for it to go.
I did not know that it was $40.
Yeah, I'd probably wait for $30. I'm still enjoying it. I just, if money is tight, maybe wait for this one to go to $30. It's a lot of fun though, and especially if you have friends. You can all have a couple of rounds together. This seems a lot better to me. This seems more fun to me than like GTA's golf, which is free when you buy the game. Like it's one of the many activities in it. So it depends on what you have and where your money is best put. I can't tell you where to spend your money.
You can just the
but
expectation.
they might not listen.
There you go. Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 3.
Hooked on a Feeling?
Hooked on a Feeling. Yes. Would have had it last week.
Was it Hooked on a Feeling? No, it's bothering me. I think it was. Episode 3.
Episode 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series specifically.
From Marvel.
So many, just, hey,
titles,
let's everybody, we got to get our name in there. And
you, the player.
Drastic improvement.
Oh my god.
Drastic improvement. It's unfortunate that, like I said, we would have played it last week, but they had issues with the season pass and having it detect whether or not you actually purchased it, or it showed that we purchased it, and then when we went to download it, it was taking us to the purchase screen in the menu. A little bit frustrating,
especially since when we looked up possible solutions.
Yep.
Yeah, this has happened with Game of Thrones and some of their other series.
Yeah, it's upsetting that this isn't their first. This is far from their first time dealing with this stuff, but it's also far from the first time of them having problems with it. It seems every time they do. Do you remember what happened with their Walking Dead when they put that on 360?
No, what happened?
You could buy it as an entire compilation. When you bought it on 360, you could buy the whole all episodes on a disc, basically. But it came out afterward. Or no. Yeah, you could buy it anytime during. But basically, the on disc acted like a season pass.
Okay.
So you do that, and then the same thing was occurring.
Oof.
So you'd buy the disc and you'd play episode 1.
Yeah.
You'd start playing it, and then as you completed it, you'd try to start episode 2, and nothing would happen.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was upsetting because a friend of mine was super into Walking Dead, and it was probably this was probably one of the last games he was ever gonna play as he's going on to becoming a family guy and having a job in it. It was upsetting because his wife got him this, and it was really nice and sweet of her to get him this. But then I remember there's something I remember about this game even. It's I almost wanted to no, take it back, take it before he opens it up, and oh cool, this sweet present. And everybody was playing he even started playing it, and everybody was into it. And we're on to episode 2.
Yeah.
Why can't we start episode 2? What's going on with episode? And then we find out. I look up online. It's that's what it was. And
it wouldn't let them play.
It just wouldn't start up. It wouldn't. It kept saying download it. The same situation we had.
Ooh.
So it's it's literally a years long issue.
Yeah, okay. Well, then Telltale, you really got to get your crap together.
But outside of that, we should probably cut out some of that.
No, I mean, it's all relevant, man.
All right.
You know what you're getting into when you're buying these games.
Yeah, so there was that. But outside of that, now that we have played it, good God, like, it is a vast improvement from the last 2 episodes. We have had several complaints about the last 2 episodes, and we even tweeted.
I tweeted at them, and they never said anything.
That's upsetting, but yeah. We tweeted Telltales about some scene where, like, there was literally no sound, no ambient sound for about, like, 3 minutes.
The whole scene, like, it was an action scene, and somebody puts their headphones on, Peter, and there's no music, and it just seemed totally off. I looked at another person's stream, there wasn't music on there, so it wasn't like an audio glitch.
Yeah, or if it was something that affected everyone.
Yeah.
And so we were, like, we get that you pop the earphones in, and maybe my best guess was the audio was supposed to change so that then you only hear whatever track was on that one. I guess whatever, maybe that's where that particular track was supposed to play. And I don't remember hearing a damn thing. But yeah, this game, or this particular episode, as soon as we started it up,
seemed better.
Yeah, from the get-go, like, the animations in the first scene in what is it, the comic book store, or is it the electronics store?
There's an early scene where you're young Peter and his mom drops you off at a music store so you can make a copy of a tape. And it just, everything about it was better. And I thought maybe because the best part of the series so far had been when Rocket has his memory. That was the most emotionally and, like, best animated scene so far. Mm-hmm. And then episode 2 just as a whole was not great. That was the best part of it. So I thought maybe whoever's working on the memories just knows what they're doing. But then we go back to the present day and it's consistently better than the first 2 episodes had been.
Indeed.
It was even, again, there's funny jokes that actually made me laugh, or funny moments. Like,
I didn't even think about that. There weren't any awkward or poorly timed moments in this episode.
Yeah,
they were all over the place. They were literally, both the awkward moments and themselves, the voice actors, seemed to be all over the place with their deliveries. Somebody had said it seems very obvious that they're not in the same room.
I think I said that.
I don't, maybe
during the game. Anyway,
but it's I didn't have that complaint this time. I didn't even notice. It's I just realized now that I didn't. That didn't call my attention, which is good. And it's just, I don't know if it's because, like you were suspecting, you had said that The Walking Dead wrapped up, I think, or some other Telltale series have wrapped up.
Yeah, I think so.
And so we're assuming that maybe, okay, with that freed up, with those resources freed up, maybe that's just making everything go smoother.
Or they notice that this is lagging a bit in quality, and they're like, hey, can we get some people back on this just to kind of bring it up to par, to quality.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what kind of assumption to make out of it, but definitely something has changed.
Everything is better. The emotions, the music, the action, the animations. Like, there were some awkward moments, but I think they were supposed to be awkward. There's part where Peter smiles at somebody, and the smile looks weird and unsettling.
Right.
But it looks like he's just trying too hard to be, like, friendly.
It's obvious that, like, okay, see, that's where that weird separation happens, where that was intentionally awkward, and I get it. It's supposed to be a weird failure of communication.
Kind of thing,
yeah. Whereas the other 2 episodes had that all over the place, but it was definitely not supposed to be.
Yeah, like, the animators were trying too hard, not the character, which I think it should be the other way around.
Right.
I have no complaints about this one, I don't think.
It was a really well done episode.
The choices you make immediately, like, I don't want to spoil too much, but thing with Nebula and Gamora, like,
the way it was delivered and presented.
Yes. Whoever directed this episode, I think I even mentioned his name, but he did a good job. The animators, they really pulled together. I really don't know, like, what suddenly changed.
Yeah, whatever it was that changed on this one, I mean, they should try and stick to this formula, whatever it was, as far as the workflow, because everything just is so much better on this episode than it was in the past 2.
Yes. It kind of sucks that if to catch up, you'd have to play through the first 2. But with the choices making more and more of a difference, and like, there was an email I got from a decision I made in the last one regarding a NovaCore member. He said he was disappointed in me, and I felt bad.
Yeah.
And Peter even, like, is like, oh, like, come on, like, don't be like that. I had to. And the guy's like, this message is no longer like this account is no longer active.
Yeah.
Like the guy deleted you or something. Yeah. It was sad. And I'm hoping that the payoff in the end is good because so far it's becoming more and more enjoyable. The story was the only thing pulling me along last time, but now like it's funny and it looks great and it looks fun and it just there was a big fight scene in this one. And it was so well done compared to like it felt like something out of the movie almost, where the characters are working together to like take down enemies and stuff. Yeah. It was great.
There was not only that fight scene, but then on top of that also that little montage of just
when you're trying to calm everybody down.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to say what goes on, but just I was gonna say that new character basically, and you are doing your thing.
And I think it all starts with a single thing too. Like I push circle, and then he just does the thing, and then from then on, like that kicks off the whole like montage.
That's right.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
This is great.
Well, no, I think he starts his music, and then you pull her back, and I think that's the first.
I don't know. Anyway, the whole thing was great.
Case, man, this was a great episode.
It's good.
I'm glad. Now I was actually not looking forward to this, and I was even trying to like
put it off.
Yeah, maybe even avoid it and let it go in the back and say I feel like I'm only playing it because I actually like
because you're obligated to finish it.
Yeah,
that's how I am about some comics actually, where it's like, was it Nightwing? Detective Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. It was getting weird, like it was getting convoluted, and she ended up losing her powers or going insane or something. I was like, what the hell is happening? And so, like, the next time I was going to pick it up, I was like, I'm just buying this because I feel like I should. And so that's one of the few titles I've stopped reading from DC.
Ah, all right.
It's unfortunate, but it's like
this isn't getting that same vibe there.
It was almost going to. If this one was also poorly done.
Not anymore, yeah.
So, yeah, just don't feel obligated to keep giving your money and time to things that aren't worth it. But this series, I think, has really pulled a 180. And is now definitely worth the time, at least. We'll see if episodes 4 and 5 put a nice big bow on this game, or if it ends up going back to what it was.
It's supposed to be 5 episodes, right?
It should, yeah. That's normally what it is. So yeah, I think this is a buy. Well, this season, I mean, this episode is a buy. The season so far is still up in the air.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. How do you rate the episode? Was great.
Episode's
good. The
good.
series so far is still 1 for 3.
Dragged down by the other two.
Yeah.
That the second season episode had at its moment with Rocket.
And then again too, gotta kind of throw that caveat in. We started this, and we also did Tales from the Borderlands, and that one's
consistently good.
That one has generally been nicer than these other two offerings. Anyway, yeah, good stuff. Game of Thrones.
Game of the Thrones.
It said GOT games. There. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Episode 3. Good stuff there. Puyo Puyo Tetris. What the hell? What is the actual name of this?
Yeah, I think it's just Puyo Puyo Tetris.
I mean, we didn't get to play it a whole lot, so I'm not going to say too much. But from the maybe 3 hours total we've gotten to put in, 17 hours, 85 days,
We definitely played a marathon of 7 years of this game.
And yeah, so we know everything about it.
We played a bit of it, and it's... If you're a puzzle enthusiast, you probably enjoy it. I am not.
Right now.
So I did not.
Right now, I don't know what would change it. I'm going to give it a little bit more time, try the story. Oh, man, it has a story mode. But I'm going to try the campaign and maybe multiplayer.
If they just leaned into it with like a Yu-Gi-Oh type thing where it's like everyone's super serious, this is a game that we are playing.
Yeah.
For
that would have been a better story than
not
what
like,
we've
oh my
seen
god,
so
there's
far.
there's blocks falling out of the sky.
Spoilers,
my friend, what are we doing?
Spoilers.
It's the first scene. Who cares?
Oh man, just from the get-go. You know what? Fuck, like from the get-go, that chick right there. I don't know what the hell her name is.
Her name was Ringo.
And Ringo. So even her name is awful, and draws from an awful association. Nobody likes Ringo.
I guess.
But from the get-go, like the very first thing out of her mouth is,
Wouldn't it be weird?
Oh, or sorry, not the first thing. But she's upset with how peaceful things are.
In minute 3 of this already way too long cutscene, she says
something like it would be so much more interesting or something to that effect or exciting if my friends were to just fall from the sky out of a hole. Literally something to that effect.
And then guess what happens?
And then like 2 lines later, big old flash from the top right corner of the screen in these terribly animated friggin' cutscene things, the panel by panel novel, a visual novel style thing. And then, yeah, literally, like, her friends fall out of the sky for no effing reason outside of the fact that apparently this company did not hire a writer and they freaking desperately need a reason.
How do we
them.
move the story along?
Why they even have...
Why the story is there in the first place?
The only thing this game got right, my opinion right now, is the only thing that this game has right is that it has Tetris in it. I mean, I'm not too big a fan of Puyo Puyo. I don't want to say anything bad about Puyo Puyo itself. But we can see a weird disparaging difficulty difference in multiplayer. It doesn't, in a very, very vastly different way than Rabbids should never have, been put together with Mario. That ended up coming out with something good. This just should not have been crossed at all. And it's weird that they're both in the same friggin' genre. And putting them both together did not come out with a decent thing.
Yeah. Man, I'm just so disappointed in it.
Yeah,
we were playing.
It seems like it's Puyo. Just a crazy good idea, and I was really excited, to learn a new puzzle thing as well. But then even playing Puyo Puyo for 2 seconds in contrast, right. One of the big things about the game is swapping.
Blocks. Everything is slower. If you get comboed on and somebody drops garbage on your setup,
that's the biggest thing.
It just cripples you so badly.
Okay, so the biggest screw up with this game, or the biggest thing that makes this game so unfair, is that, let's say in Puyo Puyo you make a combo in any mode, you make a combo and you send some garbage blocks over to someone who is on the Tetris board. If they're on the Tetris board, all that happens is all their pieces rise up, and it brings you closer to game over because you're getting pushed up to the top. But it doesn't affect any of your plans, and on top of that, the thickness of the garbage blocks they send, it's not so much a detriment as it is a very easy way to counter back, because of the one line of blocks.
It leaves one block empty.
Well, I mean, depending on the severity of the attack, is how thick it'll send. So essentially, you're just sending me Tetris setups.
Yeah.
If you're playing on the Tetris board, you're getting essentially set up for combos in way more convenient a fashion than it is to make them yourself. Yes. And it's cool because I get that, you want to be able to counter those pretty quick. That is your life meter, you need to bring it back down so that then you're in a safe point. You don't want to have them too difficult. But then without being, like you were saying, it doesn't shuffle around any of your pieces. So you still are able to do whatever the hell you were going to do a second ago is still not affected. Your plan still goes into motion. If you're playing Puyo board and you get thrown garbage blocks, that stuff scatters your pieces everywhere.
It drops a bunch of garbage on them, and the only way to clear them is by getting 4 of the same color next to a garbage block. But if they keep on blanketing your board with garbage,
with other ones,
it is impossible to get a combo, especially considering the color combinations that are dropping are completely random. So you could get 3 blue ones and then not get any blue, and then another garbage wave comes down. So now you have 3 blocks in the middle that you can't do anything with.
Right. Where Tetris's garbage blocks will never interfere with you clearing out any other blocks. The Puyo garbage blocks will do not exactly that intentionally, but have the potential for that, because they all fall from the top as opposed to just pushing upward. And it's kind of stupid because it feels like they could have instead just done a multicolored row of blocks at the bottom.
Random colors, or drop random on top even.
Yeah, something like that. Because that, I feel, will give you just as much potential for countering again. And if anything, just makes everything more zany or more exciting.
Yeah.
What we got presented instead just is obviously imbalanced. And looking up online, people can't tell which way.
IGN thought that Tetris people had the disadvantage.
Yeah, but then also kind of seemed to contradict itself in the same friggin' thing.
I don't know. I didn't enjoy the game too much. I'm not a puzzle gamer though, so I mean maybe it's just not for me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's even worth it was $38 or something new.
Yeah, which is why I didn't the only reason I got to play it is because of the summer swap program GameStop has, and they extended it for a month. I'm only gonna play this maybe for a couple more hours, enough to get a better opinion of it. after I try multiplayer, I might try to make a video ripping the crap out of this one and the cutscene in this one and the cutscene in Bomberman.
Oh yeah, they're
Both
similar
of those
style.
There were
characters in this game, and we didn't know why.
What the hell? It's a puzzle game. Like Nintendo's Tetris game on the DS a while ago was the most amazing presentation, I think, of a Tetris game, and it didn't give any weight or any BS story.
It didn't ham-fist the story into where there doesn't need to be
one.
It
just here's Tetris, and also you guys seem to like all our nice little sounds and graphics, so let's pretty up the board with all Nintendo stuff, and that's all it was. It was great because they were really well done remixes of 8-bit games, of 8-bit songs.
Like Zelda and Mario.
And going to Tetris, it just freaking felt amazing. This game just manages, the only thing it gets right is Tetris and not changing anything about it.
That's like saying, oh, that game made the sun really well. It's like, no, it creates light and it is in the sky. That's all you need.
I wouldn't say that. I'd use my earlier. It is like taking an Accord and then putting a freaking pickup bed in the back of it. Yeah. This didn't need any of that. Just make another Tetris game. I don't know who makes Puyo anyway. Like who's the other half of this formula that's making money, because just leave Tetris alone. Go make your money somewhere else. Stop trying to ride coattails. The only reason any more people know about Puyo is because Tetris is for some reason attached to this game.
I think Puyo is a lot bigger in Japan, so I'm not sure.
I
don't know how big the disparity is there. Maybe Tetris is mostly American/Russian.
I still think it should not be. It doesn't look like as fun a game at all.
I'm not a fan, but that's just us. You might like it. That's fine.
That's cool. But those were the new games. Those were the only new games we played. I finished up Resident Evil. I don't think I've tried anything else new. Lisa the Hopeful. I'm at the end, but that's not new or new to me even.
Puyo. Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, those are the games that we played, but we are excited for what's coming out soon. Tomorrow is Destiny 2, as I've mentioned several times.
Indeed.
Or maybe today or yesterday, depending on when this goes up.
Yeah, it's Tuesday the 5th for us now.
By the time you listen to this, I'll probably be playing Destiny 2.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys want to play together, my username is OWA415. So, yeah. And if you are going to add me from here, just leave a message in the friend request saying where you added me from. Because now I'm getting spam. It's like, hey there. And I'm like, hi. And they're like, hey, I just looked up your name on a registry and I want to talk to someone. It's like, all right, bye.
What the hell?
Bye.
All
Sex
right.
robot.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Destiny's coming out tomorrow, Wednesday, September 6th. Thursday, September 7th, the Switch is getting 3 games: Morphight, Neurovoider, and Licht Spear Double Spear Edition. Licht Spear is on PS4, PC, and the PS Vita already, but it's coming to Switch.
Uh-huh.
And I believe Neurovoider is already on the PC and PS4 also.
Okay.
You play as a little brain and you get to take over a robot, clear enemies with it. It looks pretty cool. It looks like a fun little game.
Right.
Friday, September 8th, 3DS is getting Monster Hunter Stories, which seems to put a kid spin on Monster Hunter.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's odd.
Looks kind of... It might be enjoyable. We'll see.
I feel like Monster Hunter isn't necessarily not kid-friendly.
I think the kids are like... There's chibi versions of some of the monsters, and I think there's a Pokemon twist on it.
It's further kidified.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Tuesday, September 12th, we're getting a few games. Pro Evolution Soccer 2018 is coming to the PS3, Xbox 360, PS4, Xbox One.
Is this Sega's?
And PC.
Whose is this one?
I don't know.
Yeah, because Pro Evolution Soccer sounds like a game, but it's like one of the... Yeah, whatever.
It's a more European-influenced soccer series, I believe. It's good. It's just, FIFA and this are like the big competitors in soccer, I think, or video games. PS4 and Xbox One are getting the Inside/Limbo double pack. Both excellent games, especially if you haven't played Limbo yet.
It sucks that Switch isn't getting that.
I wouldn't put it... I feel like that would just be a matter of time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because I think the Switch can handle Limbo and Inside.
It definitely can. I want to play Inside so bad.
To take that game on the go? That'd be good.
I mean...
NHL 18... PS4, Xbox One. Like I said, that is a huge thing for those for the Switch. Just being able to take this X game, put that on there, and take it on the go.
No, yeah, it's great, but I mean, I wouldn't necessarily.
I want to play this game anywhere.
I want to play all my games anywhere. Don't take this away from me. I don't. Okay, whatever.
NHL 18 is coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
How do you say that?
I'm not angry at you, listener.
How do you say this next title? I
call it East.
Okay,
like
all right.
East good. Yeah.
When the very first times I read it with nothing else, like Wise.
East 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. Dana's in all caps, so I don't know if that's DANA or just Dana or.
I think you misabbreviated DNA.
East 8. That's all you need to know.
No,
coming to
Roman
the PS4,
8.
PS Vita, and the PC. And then Rayman Legends Definitive Edition is coming to the Switch.
What is the Definitive Edition? Which, no, this is Legends. What's the other game? Legends and Origins. Okay, cool.
Those are both great, though. So
and Legends basically has Origins in it.
Okay, so then, yeah. You're just playing more of
Have you played Legends?
No.
Yeah, there's like...
Or maybe I did a little bit.
Maybe not the entire game, but there's like... You can unlock most of the levels that were in the first one again in Legends.
That's pretty cool.
As far as I remember,
it's like 2 games almost.
Yeah, it just kind of sucked. It was like, great, okay, so I played that one and 100% it already. Now I have to 100% the first game again to 100% the second game.
That's how it works.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Rayman is a game that like I hate how few of those come out and that it's not as
well because Origins was like the first great Rayman game in a while, huh? Because I know there was a Rayman for N64, and that was just like, what the hell is this?
The 3D ones, I don't think got bad ratings, but aren't the same platforming crazed games that these have become. These are like right up there with the harder
Sonic.
Marios, with the like
Old
better
Sonic.
levels of Sonic, and then and Donkey Kong is the one that reminds me of this the most.
This is definitely more mobile to me. At least the newer ones are, where you can do like air attacks and slams and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like I just see a whole lot of really awesome similarities between Donkey Kong,
I can see like
the newer ones.
Barrel segments where you're going like
not just that. I feel there's in general it just feels like both of these games could go up against one another and it would feel very, very similar.
But why go against one another when you can just play all of them and enjoy them?
That would be amazing if Donkey Kong and Rayman were holding hands as they walk through the meadows.
Well, there's a Donkey Kong rabbit in Mario, so we'll see.
Holding each other.
All right, that's it for us at GameGo.
Each other's napes.
Thank you very much. I don't think the nape on... Oh, I don't know. Anyway, that's it for us this week.
I don't remember what a nape is. Is that the back?
GameGo live stream. I think so. I don't know. I'm Sonorith.
I'm H8BitHero.
You can find us at on Twitter at GameGo Live. No, at GameGo11. I'm sorry.
GameGo11 on Twitter.
If you want us to talk about anything in particular on the show, please email us at GameGoPodcast@gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
Leave a comment for us on GameGoPodcast.com. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
and
anyway,
then there's
so
also
much to remember.
Yeah, now like we're getting more and more links. You can go to our YouTube, which is at now you can just search for GameGo. On Google we're the 5th hit, and then on YouTube we're the first one. Or you can go to youtube.com/GameGo livestream, and that'll take you directly to our channel, which also will have these podcasts there.
It sucks because before I couldn't tell people to look up GameGo because they would just come up with other stuff.
Yeah.
And now that we have the live stream, the link at least,
uh-huh.
Now you just have to search GameGo and we're the first one up there. Anyway.
Yeah, there's that. And then on top of, well, not only that, but like from the incognito searches, it's great that we're just getting our SEO up there. Mm-hmm. And that, you know, all the views and all that are getting us more relevant.
Yeah, like if you search 10 years ago, if you search Game Grumps, well, no, they wouldn't exist at all, actually. When did they start?
Why did you say 10 years ago?
Because they weren't around back then.
I don't know. Okay,
I'm thinking for when they first started. If you looked up Game Grumps, it wouldn't come up with...
Right, not the first thing. But probably, then, maybe like 3 years into them and getting up there, it's starting to show up.
Yeah, it's very popular. Anyway, we're getting more popular. We love it. We love you guys for making us this way. We are the monsters you created.
You made us this way.
And we definitely appreciate you helping us succeed and pour more time into this. Because now I definitely feel like this is way more worth it. And it's something that I enjoy doing. You know, enjoys streaming a lot.
I was so worried that when we started this is just going to be another hobby I was going to pick up for like maybe a week or two and then stop. Like I was really worried that was going to happen. But no, we're on our, what is this, 18th episode?
18.
And we still have a missing episode, a hidden episode, or
that was 15. Yeah,
a secret
the
episode. The lost episode. There we go. Yeah, that one was
we'll
pretty
put that
touch
in a
and
time
go.
capsule or something.
We'll make that the first reward. It's nothing special, but we're gonna hand out for Patreon members. They're gonna do that. We're gonna try and get our Patreon going. You can donate to us on Streamlabs if you're so inclined. But yeah.
Oh, and as for our larger discussions, I think we're gonna try to move that into a video format,
right?
So we can really break it down and not extend the length of an episode to like 2 hours or something.
Indeed.
All right. Anyway, this has been Sonorith
and 8-Bit
playing GameGO, and we'll see you guys next week.
Thank you guys very much.